Hi Scorpio, Sandra from foryourchi.com here, and we're here to do your monthly July reading for 2021. Welcome to it. Thank you for being here. I missed you. I love my Scorpios. You guys are my favorite people, my special people. Let's get into your reading. First house, the universe. You guys, it doesn't get any better than this. At the start of July, you already have everything within you. You already have the abundance from the universe that is headed in your direction. It's coming in your way. Most of you probably feel this anyway, and if this wasn't enough, I'm using the Wisdom of the Avalon deck from Colette Baron Reed, the cow, which talks about abundance and nurturing. So, I mean, with these two coming into July, wow. If you need an extra push to do anything, to go out there and network, get your word out, whatever that happens to be, go after it in the first week of July. Everything, the universe is setting up this platform for you, for whatever it is that you are looking at manifesting. So, good for you. And you know, the money house looks pretty good here too. Now, Prosperity Begins is a small card, but you know, I can't say anything negative about it. This is you planting the seed for what you're going to reap in the future. Now, this is my card of small business idea. This could also be a side gig that you've been thinking about. If this idea is simply in thought form right now and you haven't actually acted on it, then I would encourage you to act on it as soon as you possibly can. You have the dog here, which talks about loyalty, so that tells me that someone is around that can help you with this idea, whatever this is. And this it doesn't necessarily have to be a business idea. This could be an investment too for you Scorpio and Scorpio rising people. Now, this third house is very interesting here. You have disruption. The third house represents your brother, sister, sibling, anyone that you would consider brother, sister. What I'm talking about this being interesting is that I pulled this card in my personal reading this month, and it was the day before the June 10th eclipse, and I heard from one of my siblings that she got in a giant fight with her partner. It was not good. So reach out to your sibling if you talk to them. And why are they having such a hard time? Because they're taking too many risks right now. So, you know, if they do listen to you, the advice that I would give them is, you know, maybe they just need to take a breather and relax and not say yes to every invitation. And for God's sakes, do protection, right? Protection, protection, protection. Fourth house. Moving on. So this is the Eight of Cups card in traditional tarot. It's coming out of the darkness into the light, and this is with regard to where you currently live right now, Scorpio. So, some of you may be looking at moving. You may be in the process of a move right now. You may be searching for different places to live. This could be, you know, out of state, out of country, because it does indicate that there's some sort of journey here. And look at this. You actually pulled the movement card in your fourth house. So there's definitely something going on with where you live right now. Or you could have already just moved homes, and so now you're, you know, settling in, and it feels like, you know, home, but you might be living out of boxes so that, you know, you're kind of displaced right now. Okay. Fifth house. Stand your ground. Okay, so this is your social circle. For those of you single Scorpios, this is talking about your dating life. So there's definitely a line that you need to draw in the sand here, Scorpio, with either your dating partner who perhaps is trying to take advantage of you, or trying to railroad you into doing something that you don't want to do, you're not having it, or this could also be a friend that takes too much and you're just like, no, no, no. I've had enough now. And, you know, when a Scorpio has had enough, they have had enough. I totally get you. You have the owl here, which talks about deception, but also wisdom. So I was just talking with a Scorpio friend of mine about this yesterday, and she was commenting about how people at her workplace, this one lady in particular, talks behind their back. Everyone's back. And it's no secret to the Scorpio. The Scorpio zeroes in on that type of action and just says, you know what? That's not going to work for me. You can go do that somewhere else, but that's not going to work here. I know you guys feel me. 6th house, awareness. 6th house rules work and health. So this card says that you already know what to do here, but you haven't done it yet. Now, if this is related to your health, this could be something that you know that you need to eliminate from your diet, or restrict, you know, other diet restrictions. This could be a new exercise program, whatever you have been thinking about that you haven't actually done yet. This is the green light. But for others of you, this is talking about your workplace and or a job. This could be an idea that you've had that you need to send your resume somewhere, certainly. And if that is the case, and this is for someone specific, I would highly recommend that you do so right now, because at the onset of July, you have that amazing energy that's coming in. For some reason, I always want to say January when I'm talking about July. It's so weird. The Lady of the Lake appears in the 6th house. So, you know, she's also talking about truth and integrity here. So for the majority of you, this awareness card could be talking about your workplace, where she has a sword here. She cuts to the truth of the matter. This idea that you've had may be leaving your workplace and going to work elsewhere, changing jobs altogether, something like that, because the Lady of the Lake is not about to beat around the bush. She's here to take care of business. 7th house, victory and success. Relationship looks good here, Scorpio. What do we got on the Oracle deck? The Water Fairy, feelings and emotions. Okay, so you may really be into it in a relationship this month, and love that. Love that. Extra cuddle time, spooning. Go Scorpio. 8th house. Okay, house of taxes, legal matters, the source of your significant other's income if you have that. And of course, contracts and intimacy, right? Choose wisely. Now for the single Scorpios, this could definitely mean choosing your bedroom partner wisely, which I would always recommend, not just in the month of July of 2021, right? But this could also be talking about contracts, taxes, or legal matters. So let's just say, for those of you that have a legal issue coming up, this is like select the right attorney carefully, because, you know, one option is good and then there are 5 bad ones. So you really want to take your time, and I would highly advise you getting a reading if you do have a legal matter and you're trying to select an attorney or something like that. Also, same with tax issues. You want to choose the right person that's going to help you, and making the right decisions to begin with regarding contracts and things like that, so you don't even have a problem, right? I'm a big fan of preventing problems, a bigger one than solving them. Communication. Okay, so there's definitely something that needs to be communicated here for those of you that are working on your intimacy issues. That could be communicating with your partner about your thoughts and feelings. That could also parallel with the 7th house, right, with the emotions and feelings Water Fairy card that we pulled there. So that's for some of you Scorpios for sure. 9th house. For foundations, the 9th house rules your travel, also rules any school that you'd like to go to or that you are currently enrolled in. Firm foundations. So this means that you've laid the groundwork and you're feeling good here. So whatever trip that you book or go on, or whatever school that you are attending or that you have signed up for, you are in a good place. You are protected, they're saying. I love this. So if you're nervous about going on a trip, don't be, because the universe has your back here, your highest guides and your guardian angels, okay? And the same with school, if you're in school. 10th, don't worry about it. 10th house, career, also rules your mother. I feel like for a lot of you, this is going to be talking about your mother or mother figure. Could be mother-in-law, could be stepmother, could be someone that you consider a mother. The base chakra is usually the card where someone is not feeling well, or they're not feeling quite right. And that's because there's a blockage in the base chakra and it needs to be cleared out. If you are on speaking terms with your mother figure, I would definitely call her and suggest get medical advice first. There's no medical advice given here. However, if she can take a sea salt bath, that would clear out the base chakra, because that definitely needs to be cleared at this time. It's also the card of like slight depression, just going through the motions, not happy, not having a lot of fun. Or you could be feeling like this in your career sector, Scorpio. And maybe that was the message in your 6th house of switching work and jobs. Now, the Grail Knight here talks about romance, illusion, seeking the sacred. Okay, so this is definitely going within. Scorpios do that all the time, and this is the perfect time to do it because the sun is in Cancer, and it seems like all we have to do is close our eyes and just go out for a brief minute, sleeping in theta mode, and all of a sudden we come out with information that we didn't have 5 minutes earlier, right? Meditation. You don't have to meditate for a long period of time, but there's definitely some sort of career-related message that is under the surface here that will surface if you seek it out this month. 11th house rules children. Also rules best friends for those of you that don't have children. Partnerships and alliances is my business arrangement card. So you can have a child that makes an agreement with someone else to do a project. This could be related to their work if they're older. This could also be if it's your best friend. Your best friend could land some sort of business deal, contract. This is a very good message, okay? Now, what's ushering in this opportunity? They lost an opportunity recently. So if something did not pan out or they feel like something was taken away from them, it will be replaced with something better, okay? So that you can be the wise owl that relays that message. 12th house. Okay, so this house, as you guys know that have been watching me for a long time, the 12th house relates to the future, specifically 3 months from now. Harmony. I love harmony. Harmony is warm and fuzzy feelings. Look for it in the month of October. This could also be meeting someone new romantically for those of you single Scorpios. And I mean, the Scorpios just feel better as October goes on, because that's when the sun comes into our sign. And that's when we feel alive. So it would not surprise me if you were a single Scorpio and met someone as soon as the sun entered into Scorpio. We have the serpent here, shows up in the 12th house. What perfect card for the Scorpio, right? So this talks about health. It also talks about knowledge, which the Scorpio always seeks, right? Because we get to the bottom of the matter. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I'm so happy to be back. This is an exciting month. There's a lot of things happening. I hope that you take advantage of all the opportunities that are afforded to you this month. Many blessings to you, Scorpio.